Hi there guys, today we're joined by Jack Downer, one of the youngest talents in the street football world. When I check my phone out so I don't get any of this wrong, so he's currently London's Panna Champion, reached top 8 in the World Championships and has been featured in commercial campaigns with the likes of Balance and Adidas. We connected through a mutual friend, I slid into his DMs and here we are today. So welcome Jack, how you doing today?
Hey, great. Busy day, first day back in London, so I just moved back in yesterday and had 2 training sessions and now I'm happy to have a chat like this. So.
Ready to go, yeah? Ready to go. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, so the first thing I guess that comes to mind, you're far into your journey now.
Yeah.
How did things start off for you?
The way I got into it was pretty convoluted. Obviously, young kid, everyone wanted to be a footballer, or I did. I wanted to be a footballer. I'm originally from South East Kent, in a place called Broadstairs, right? Do you know where Broadstairs is?
No idea.
Broadstairs out,
no
right?
idea.
Go right in the southeast. Imagine, mate, there should be no one living there. That was where I lived. 40 minutes to a football court. It was pretty mad. But
really?
I actually started normal football pretty late. I started when I was about 10. When I started, I was terrible. I always aimed to be in the best teams, so I straight away went for the best local team. They kicked me out, said you were too bad. I was like, oh. Went to a rubbish team, upgraded. And then I started doing pretty well. I worked really hard at it. Had some great backing from my family and friends, and the school team as well. I learned a lot with the school team, PE teachers, things like this. Our team won 2 Kent Cups in a row, did well in nationals. Through this, I kind of gained traction. Like, you don't really get scouted where I am by people from Arsenal, Tottenham, West Ham, I believe as well, and then Charlton. Charlton looked at me twice and said, yeah, okay, like I was small, but they said, okay, let's give it a shot. For me, this was massive because let's do it.
Doesn't happen every day.
Yeah, this doesn't happen, especially down there.
Small place like that, right?
Especially surrounded by the really good players in my team, so I was proud of that. And then I played right back. It wasn't all about skills, but I always loved skills. That was the reason I actually wanted to play games. It wasn't for the. It kind of makes sense that I went away from the other side to a degree because I played 90 minutes, but for that one moment where I just give a kid another goal, do a step over or a flip flap. Like the only reason I started playing football was because my dad would train at the gym, boxing gym. It's boxing. You do it quite a few hours, and I remember I was chilling outside once. I just walk around, go buy some food, come back. That's the trainer. So okay. And then
so he's a
yeah. So he's a sport. Yeah. So and what I'd actually do, there was a flat football. And I used to just kick against the wall, Next time I went there was the owner of the gym, John. He'd seen, he got me a new football, so I was playing with that. I'd watch Ronaldinho videos, I remember Yo Benito adverts, things like this.
Yeah, that took it right back. There was the videos coming out.
And then I'd take the ball, go outside, learn this. So then that's what I was doing, so I was always skill orientated. And then I actually just after Charlton, this discussion, going forward with that, we'd won the double with my team, my local team. So we won a cup in the league. We're having a kids versus adults game. All for fun. And I actually got injured during this. In a pretty odd way.
This was a friendly then as well.
Yeah, this was a friendly, which wasn't so friendly. I got stamped on, and wow. I was out for 8 months actually. So things fell through with Charlton. That's the whole summer as well. So it's end of season, the whole summer without training. This whole feeling of you're not progressing, you're actually getting worse. That was something really hard to deal with. Especially I was always chasing an opportunity, and then that was it. I kind of thought, this is so I saw how Lemonside was so ruthless. It just drops you like this. I thought, yeah. It wasn't that I'd given up. It was more that I'd also noticed this really wasn't what I wanted to do. I didn't want to give so much time in an industry like this. For me, I can understand why people do it, but I thought, nah. I enjoyed bits of it, but I enjoyed the whole game enough as I didn't love everything about football. I loved parts of it. Yeah. So I thought, okay, no, look, I'm gonna stop. But then when I came back, I was, the one thing I wanted to do when I was a kid was play football. And when I came back, I was playing at lunch. I was playing at this, and then.
So at that point as well, your club had obviously supported you through this period of being injured. Yeah. What was it like for the other players there as well? So were they very supportive, or was it kind of?
It was all my friends as well, So it was a bit weird, going to the park and not playing, just chilling. That wasn't for me, but it was all good, and they want everyone. As soon as I was back, everyone wanted me to get back into it. Everyone went, but the way I actually did get back into it and get into street football was I went So I was walking down the street, there was this guy that I vaguely knew, and he came up to me and said, Jack, you like football? I said, yeah. And he said, look, Town Hall, Thursdays, like 5 o'clock, costs £1, training session. I said, yeah, okay, cool, cheers. I went back to my mum, I said, you know, like, isn't it? I said, you know, John, like, he said, there's this club at the Town Hall. I said, why would there be a club at the Town Hall? Like, it's like a church, you know. I said, why would there be a club there? And Mum says, look, it's Thursdays. I was busy Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. Busy going to my dad's and other clubs for tennis. And they said, Mum said, you're going. I said, I'm not going.
And at this point, how long were you out of playing, like, properly?
It's probably been like 9 months now. I've probably been back for a month playing at school, things like this, but I didn't go back to my club. So that was that. I mean, I kind of did, but I didn't take it seriously and I didn't want to play matches. I just went for fun.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was busy on the other days. But next week, it was Thursday. Mum says, I look eager, gave me £1. I said, huh? She said, you're going. I said, I'm not going. And she had to go and walk the dog, and she walked the dog to the Town Hall with me. I said, you're going in? I said, okay. Went in, and there was 4 kids. One of them, like, 2 of them I knew. One was just this nutty kid. One was this kid in year below, who I knew, you know, from those classic, like, year 11 versus year 10, for example, matches. And, you know, we always had to beat them. So, and he was there, and then there was this coach.
Did you recognise him as being like one of the good ones from the year below?
Yeah, he was good.
Like,
he was good. Like, but you know, in my head, man, I was better. So then I rock up, and I had no idea what this was. Small hall, 4 kids. I mean, like, he started teaching just these skills, and I was like, whoa, pure skills. And they were skills I hadn't really seen before. And like, just for nutmegs, I said, nah, this is sick. And I picked up these 2 skills. I actually nutmegged everyone there, apart from the kid in the year below. He gave me 2 pandas, and all my days, like, I was like, I thought I was better than him. How's he doing this? Like, I was head lost.
And then I was messaging you deep.
Yeah, I waited a session for everyone else to go. For when the coach was walking to the bus, I said, look, you need to send me some videos. I need to learn some other things. This week, I trained every day after school. I said, I trained my mates out. I said, look, I'm practicing the skill on you. They said, what? I said, just get the ball. And I try. I was getting numbers, and I said, yeah, this is good. Next week, Thursday rock round. I was ready. I walked in. I said to myself, you play me now. And then the coach was like, no. At the end, I said, okay. And I was ready. At the end, man, I must have panned him like 3 times. That was it. I never saw him play panna again. That was it. Never again.
You sent him home, ended his career.
Before it even started properly. And that was it. But that same drive I had I still have, you know, that training, that was it. And then I knew the scene by then. I trained with Yofi a bit for a year or so maybe. Then parted ways. Kind of grew onto more things, started competing. After 1.5 years, I competed at European Champs. Came top 32. Lost to this guy called Alex, who at the time had just beat Sam Garnier, who's like the figure of the sport at the moment. Then 5 months later, I competed at the World Champs, came top 32. In that, which was pretty good. And I beat Alex, who beat me in the European Champs. So
this is not even too long into your sort of
career. So this is, you know, we're kind of in 2 years now. Or no, just under 2 years.
And these were people in your age group, or you?
No, this is all adults. So I was 16, 17, playing against, like, you know, all ages, learning a lot, and that was actually that was pretty big. So yeah, I was fully in the scene then.
How often were you practicing every day?
It was every day. Like, so after school, my motto is kind of like, it's not motto, but what I would always aim for is 20 minutes every day. It doesn't seem much. Everyone has a spare 20 minutes, especially when you're at school. Sometimes you just chill at school for a bit, or you walk home slow. You walk home quick, you've got 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So I'd use at least 20 minutes. Why? Because you never go backwards. You never lose your touch. You know, sometimes you can maybe train for a whole day, but you haven't trained for the week. Yeah, first you're feeling groggy on the ball, you know. You never have that if you do 20 minutes a day. Also, when I was at school, all I'd be thinking about is, well, not all I'd be thinking about, but a lot that I'd be thinking about is new ideas. Or how about if I tried this, or if I varied it like this, or I'd see a video, I was like, oh, I need to try that.
So is that like one of the ways that you kind of pick up on new things?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
of other people.
So, you know, like, YouTube is the way to learn.
Yeah.
Like, that is it right now for me. Like, YouTube and Instagram. So this was before you had a saved section on Instagram. Now my saved section is just things I want to learn. But before it was, I'd just like download the videos of Instagram with these people that I really liked. And that was it really. So I'd practice that, take style. You have to have your own style, but I'd take everyone else's.
Yeah.
And the things that I liked was representation of my style. I just couldn't do it yet. Then when I learned it, I developed my style. But yeah, so it was just using YouTube 20 minutes a day at least. Obviously, sometimes it's way more, sometimes an hour, 2 hours. But as long as you had 20 minutes, that every day. And then, so that's I went through, this is when I thought, I'm on something here, because it was when I could panel someone. What you need to get the respect of anyone, right? Say, oh yeah, why are you doing this, but you couldn't do that on a pitch in Stoke and when it's raining, yeah, okay, whatever, play me now. And if right then, before they take the ball, you can give them a nutmeg, that's it, that's the sign.
Did you feel like you were doing that everywhere you went as well? Like you couldn't help yourself? Like,
I'm not really like that. I don't want to just, force this on someone. But if someone's saying that, I say, okay, come, like, this happened to you, that, I say, come take it. Or, oh yeah, you just asked them to open their legs. I said, what the hell? I'll make it look like you paid me. Or I'll make it look like I paid you to get nutmegs. Like, that's how bad I'll do it. If you really want, like, let's go. So it's like, what? Some people are so nonsensical. So I was playing with more moments. Then I went over to this other group and said, okay, let's go. Then we played this game, and every one of them scored. And then, I was like, yeah, there you go. I can do this. But one of the first things where I remember, this is cool, was, I think it was Pro Direct actually, and it was Pro Direct with Concave, and they invited me up to just panel in public.
Okay.
And then that was it. I just panelled all the public.
Where was that?
That was Pro Direct London, so Carnaby Street.
Yep.
And I literally panelled all of them.
Street.
Yeah, I pretty much panelled all the public, and that was it. I was like, wow, I can actually do this as a show, money of it. This is pretty cool. Like, it's not just, there's possibilities.
So at that point you were 18, was it?
Yeah, probably about 18.
So 18, you kind of realised.
Well, 17, I think. But and that was it. I realised, okay, well, this is all just fun, but it's like come from this stuff. So that was cool.
Okay, cool. And then so you said that you've obviously gone through championships in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Whereabouts did you go with that? I'm guessing you had to travel around.
So first one was Brussels. Then it was. Then it was Rotterdam. Then it was Amsterdam. Following this, I went to. I've been to Copenhagen like 4 or 5 times for it.
Yeah.
It's really big in Denmark. Holland, Denmark.
Where did Panna start? Where is it?
Holland.
Okay.
And streets of Amsterdam. About 25 years ago, maybe properly, I'd say.
Yeah.
You got people like Ed Van Gils, Street Kings. They made a team. They are so sick. But it started there, and then obviously Belgium has got to start, and it's really embedded in their culture. And for example, Jan Vertonghen, I'm not even lying. Like Jan Vertonghen, don't sleep on Jan Vertonghen. Like, trust me. But he'll nutmeg Harry Kane. It'd be hilarious. One day, Harry Kane would go in front goal in training or something. Jan Vertonghen was taking him in my power. I tell you. But anyway, that's my money's on Jan Vertonghen. Get me a fancy team.
Harry Kane, you've been at it right now.
Harry Kane. No, the thing is, Harry Kane will know. Harry Kane won't open his legs in the Yamaton. For me, that was the point where I've gone, the time's paid off,
Yeah.
And then, obviously, the big thing for me was moving to London for uni.
So you're studying at the moment?
Yeah, so I'm at King's, studying philosophy, and going into final year. And essentially, it was, when I came to London, that was when I started getting on shoots. I'd been on a couple of shoots before. That was when I started getting onto shoots on a regular basis and meeting, people that were in a decent position in Adidas, for example, and they really liked what I could do.
Okay.
And it wasn't that I'd gone into this, realised what it was like and had to learn, things to make me suited for it. It was the time that I'd spent doing these skills had made me suited for it. So when I was there, I hit the ground running, It wasn't like, that takes a couple of months. It was like, okay, shoot, event, things like this. And not only was I at the events, attending and happy to be, it was, okay, you're attending, we want you to do the challenge. We want you to do this, we want to film you just doing this for Instagram,
And at this point, were there other people that you
There was other people there who I knew, who were more in the scene, great guys, still in the scene, still doing really well, but I came slightly different so that I had slightly more of I'd say I had slightly more backing, slightly more opportunity, because of the 2 years previous of everyday training had actually paid off when I came to it, and there's obviously points where I was training every day, mostly on my own. Rain, snow, all these conditions. I even got to a stage where my shoes would have holes in, all of them. I didn't have a place to buy more shoes. So so my school shoes or whatever, fine, but all my other shoes, my other trainers, they all had holes. All my football shoes had holes in, and I'd get new ones eventually, but I couldn't every day. And I remember it was raining. So what the hell was I going to do? I put Tesco bags over my socks in my shoe. Perfect. Because at least my balls were all dead. My footballs just died.
So it kind of shows, even though
you don't need anything.
Yeah,
that was it. I had no opportunities where I was. It took me 40 minutes to get to a pitch. every road or underground car park or something which was covered by wind and rain and snow. I got kicked out by security. I said, what? And then I just reverted to training in the street opposite me, and that was it.
But it just shows how much you wanted it.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
But the thing was, it wasn't that I wanted anything in particular. If I wanted something in particular, okay, I might have got it. What I wanted was just to better myself. That was it. It was just, I really want to I have a passion for this. I want to get better. And that was it. It wasn't, I'm trying to get better for this, or I'm trying to get into commercials, or I'm trying to get into a team or this. It's just, I want to get better. And this growth, going through the hard times, because it's not easy than that, you know, to stay motivated, but it was the passion for the sport which did it, and then that's what gave me the rewards. Everyone, I get messages, oh, how do I become sponsored, how do I do this, and it's not, you know, you want to get sponsored because that offers me boots or whatever, and you know, it seems cool.
You do it because you love it, and then it comes naturally through.
It's because now that I've grown, and I've got this behind me, I now offer things to Adidas, New Balance, whoever, and that's why I'll get something back. You have to offer something. You have to come with a skill, you know, a unique point or whatever.
And I think that's what's important to take away from that, is that a lot of people look at things in the way what you can get from it. Yeah. You have to look at it as in what you're presenting. So even
it's,
on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, bro. Like for example, everything that I'm doing on Instagram, you know, why are you doing it on Instagram? Like, what's it for? For me, it's for a portfolio, right? I use this as a portfolio. Look, I've managed to create this platform, have this sort of engagement, help these sorts of people, enjoy my time doing it. It's been stress-free, it's been fun. And look at it, I've learned about Instagram, I've learned about what people want, I've learned about brands being behind it, I've learned about, you know, the scene, how to grow it.
And you've done this all yourself, or you've got a team working with you?
No, everything on my own. I just started.
Okay, well.
I never even had my own Instagram account, right? So I never had a Jack Downer Instagram account. I never posted photos. I was never on. I was never about that. All I did was train. You know, I wasn't like one of these social people. But what I did, I made Street Panna. It's called Street Panna because for me, you know, it's the sport. It's Panna Street. And then I thought, actually, that's catchy. I like it. And I thought, you know what? I started just by sharing. All I did was share a couple of things with my friend, or not my friends, the people I looked up to.
Okay.
Who are now my friends, right?
Yeah.
And I just shared a couple of them, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna. I deleted it all. I said, all I'm doing on this now, I'm just gonna post my stuff. And I said, I don't care who's looking at it.
At what point was that? So you had quite a few followers at that point?
Put it this way, I was pretty savvy about social media, right? I connected my Facebook. Straight away, I followed like 4,000 people. I got it to like 3K in a day, just from spamming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got blocked. I got everything. And then I started unfollowing them all this. I started liking people's things in the scene because I was really active in the scene. Like no one knew who I was, but I was just saying, "Whoa, this is crazy," sharing. And then, but this was like, I needed this for like a week, and then I said, "Nah, stuff this. I'm posting my stuff. This is gonna be my journey, and I'm gonna use it. The reason I used it is to look back on it. You'll see, I never deleted a video of mine. I think actually maybe I deleted one or two just because they weren't. You couldn't even see it was too dark. And like you'll know, like I was full of a potato. I had to delete that. But the ones where you can see what I'm doing, I never deleted. You go the whole way back, and it's me. Did my first videos on my street, and that's it. So
this is where you can see them 20 minutes add up to.
This is it. So I hadn't had the real original moments. This was only when I was, I started this maybe a bit in. So I was pretty good, but you can see it. But and that was it. I realized, look, I want to document my journey on here. Why? Because not for anyone to follow it. I just wanted it so I can look back and I say, yeah, look, I've done better at this. And it was also a great platform to be on just to learn from other people because there was some people around me and I was fortunate for that, but there wasn't many and there wasn't many styles and I wanted to further it and learn. So yeah, Instagram's been helpful, but yeah, I've done it all on my own.
Is that where you've connected to a lot of other freestyle and
so for example, when I moved to London, like I'd already set up, talked to and seen at events some other people who play, for example, like Juan when he came, got introduced from a guy that I'd met just from Instagram.
Yeah.
And that's how I talk to most people. Like, I love the fact, when I was younger, like, it seemed like a different world with these people. Like, wow, that's crazy. The first time I went to it, I was like, what the hell? Like, everyone's there, Bangkok, Tuba, like, Licked. I was like, wow, this is crazy. These guys were like heroes to me,
Yeah, yeah.
I watched their videos every day and I thought, wow. And then when I competed with them and I knew actually, I'm quite good, like they were better than me, but I was quite good, I thought, wow, this is cool as well. So then I started to learn from talking to them, I had them on Facebook, I posted looking at them, I was friends with them on Facebook, I was talking to them, I said, this is sick.
This is when you kind of see that it's like kind of changing from
slowly,
being a bit starstruck and like following people. And
I didn't notice it as, like me getting like this, I just enjoyed it, This was just, this is a cool moment.
It's like an organic, natural progression.
Yeah, it was like a you know, you were saying to add to motivate you, you know, like, oh, this is good. I want to keep going like this, but I didn't think you'd get past this. I thought, oh, this is nice. I've always aimed to be the best at whatever I do.
Yeah.
In a purely driven way, you know. It's not like I want to be, you know, I want to be number one.
Yeah.
So much my ego. So it's not like that. It's just I want to be the best self of me, the best version of me I can be.
Okay.
Be it in football, be it in banner, be it in, you know, uni. I still want to first. I don't even care. Like things like this.
So in terms of, you said obviously you moved to London.
Yeah.
Was it for uni, or would you have moved here regardless, do you think?
I would have always came here, but I did just come from uni, and but I did choose London opposed to other unis. I didn't. So I'm at King's, who are good. They're good for philosophy, but I could have been at like St Andrews, Exeter. I mean, I had enough. So I did the IB, so it's points.
Okay.
That's A-levels. I mean, technically I had enough points for Oxbridge, like Cambridge or Oxford.
Yeah.
But that's not me. Like I did, like for me, okay, I learned loads, but obviously what I wanted was these opportunities in football, the Panna, and it will be, if there's a scene, it's going to be in London. So let's kill it here.
And in terms of obviously your Kings,
yeah,
do people recognise you when you're just walking around campus?
Never at Kings.
No.
Kings for me, like, so I'm in the humanities department. Never. Like, I've gone out on student nights and been recognised. I don't go to the pub and talk about philosophy with them.
Yeah.
So I'm never really in that, like, so they don't know who I am, they don't know what I do. I remember one person, she came from so after semester 1, the Americans and the foreigners would come in for a semester, so semester 2. And I remember I was talking to this girl, and she goes, about trainers, isn't it? She goes, I like your shoes. I said, yeah. You know, it had to be about trainers. And then started talking, we got on, and I remember one thing she said to me, she said, you know, if you were in America, you'd be a celebrity. Like, you'd actually, like, full on, everyone here would love you, they'd be attending your games, you'd have cheerleaders, it's different culture, you know?
Yeah.
Like, in my head, she's just describing High School Musical, and I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, but she was serious, like, it's different.
The sports world out there is
huge. Like, the uni football there, like, I didn't even, obviously I could have gone for the King's uni team, but I wasn't really interested in that, the level wasn't great.
Were you kind of turned off going back into playing? I know you said 11 aside.
Yeah, I was.
Was it like, if you wanted to play with a ball, it would be Panna stuff?
Really for sure. Like, for me, 11 side is always fun. With the right people, 11 side could be the best. But it was more just like, I don't want to get injured, and it's a waste of time for me in a way. At that moment, it seemed like a waste of time. Now I've got slight different view on it. 11 side people couldn't help Panna loads. It's a different way of thinking, but it's ridiculously useful. But yeah, I was thinking, look, I just want to be injury free, and I'm really enjoying what I'm practicing now. I have barely any time anyway for all the things I was doing. So and it only snowballed and got bigger. So I didn't have enough time for it. I didn't have time, and away days, things like this. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Like traveling out.
And uni was something that you had to kind of do for yourself.
I always wanted to go to uni. I think Panna is a small, and for me, sport in general is quite small. Kind of controversial view, but for me, like, I mean, the sports that I've engaged with, I never felt like, you know, I'm going to do Panna for the whole of my life. Never. Like, that's not what I want to do. How many people can you help in Panna? To be fair, I believe you can help quite a few. But, or, you know, what excitement can you get out of that? What about when you're injured or not playing, your career's over, where are you going then? Is that like, you know,
would you say part of it is the fear element of if something gets really bad, like that injury kind of hit you mentally a little bit?
In a way, but I wouldn't say that stopped me. It was never that I was scared, but it was more, for me, I feel like, partly through my dad, both my parents, I feel like the way that they look at the world, you know, as experienced, older, they've seen a lot, they've done a lot, they've learned a lot, and I feel like they have a much richer sense of living. You know, they're aware of more things, they can enjoy more things, and it's much like, you know, the end of your vocabulary is the end of your thought, in a way, right? So the more that you can, you know, visualize, think about, the more you can enjoy some things, the more right decisions you can make that benefit you. You know, I still meet people, and it confuses me, like, they have less drive, for example. They're happy just, in my area, back in Thanet, it's really easy just, I'm happy just to stay here, do this. You have some people who just, okay, it's not against staying in the same position. Some people stay in the same job, same position, they love it.
Yeah.
Some people stay in the same position, same job, and they hate it, but they stay there. And they have no ambition to go anywhere else. And I think if you were aware, maybe, of the other things of this, like, I can go to uni, I can do this, you would not settle for that. You know your self-value, you know what you can be. And for me, that's why I thought uni is a time for growth. It's not like being in the real world, in my opinion. It's completely different. It's isolated. It's like it's weird.
Massive bubble.
It's this weird social bubble which you can just learn in, enjoy. You can use it, to party. You can use it to get your grades. And whenever you're learning. So I chose philosophy. I think everyone expects maybe sports science or something.
Yeah, I was thrown off when you said philosophy.
Sports science is something that I wanted to do. I said quite a few people are thrown off by it actually, because I love science. And that's what I planned to. I took biology higher and physics just to go into science, and then after doing philosophy, I realised, this is it for me, because what I thought, I looked at you and I said, what I want is an open investment in me, in myself, right? If I did sports science, I'd be really good in this scene. Maybe I could be a paramedic or whatever, physiotherapist. Whatever it is, I thought that'd be really cool. But I thought, nah, what if I change my mind or I want to go a different way? I said, philosophy. What is philosophy? It's using language to deconstruct and construct complex ideas, essentially. Everyone thinks, it's thinking about living your life. It's having complex ideas, thinking of new ways, new approaches, to certain ideas, or every aspect, every subject will have a philosophy behind it. The philosophy of sport management, the philosophy of this, the philosophy of education. Why are we doing this? Why are we learning like this? What's the best way? Everything has it. So when you reach any field, top of it, you'll be looking at the philosophy of it, because you're changing it. And to change it, you need values, and to justify values, you're in philosophy, ethics. So
what's going to be interesting is that people I don't think would have matched you up as being someone who's on the street football scene, and doing this on the other side of things.
I don't think anyone has ever thought that's what I did, and I like that. It seems like a weird combination, but you don't want it to be. I feel like, I'm not trying to be arrogant. I feel like I'm doing it well. I'm enjoying my football. For me, everyone has different tastes, but for me, I'm enjoying my football, and I'm learning, and what I'm learning about is something which provides me with opportunities for the future through sport. I feel like philosophy and uni has helped me with sport in the sense that I can think pretty logically, I hope. Not well as many people that do it way better than me, and I'm still trying to learn it, but it's all about breaking things down. I feel like I learn a bit more efficiently now. Breaking down backwards, if you listen, that's really what I'm trying to show. And then also when I meet people on shoots, it's to be creative. You don't have to learn philosophy, but for me it's helped because it's allowed me to think about ideas maybe in a different way, or
gives you a different angle to the conversation.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
So, and then that's helped me invaluably, because it's really who you know to a degree. And that's why you work hard to start getting in circles with people that can elevate you. So.
And in terms of then, so obviously this seems to be something that you're quite passionate about.
Yeah, for sure.
Where does the balance move forward for you between the Panna side and this life that you're living through university and the education side?
Yeah, so I really try and it's weirdly amalgamating at the moment. So what I want is, I looked at philosophy first. I was like, okay, I have 3 years of this course. I can go into law potentially, conversion course and MA afterwards. I could be interested in. I could go into, and then the other thing I was really interested in was marketing.
Okay.
And the more I've been around shoots, the more I've loved the idea of constructing, these adverts which I've been captivated by many adverts. When I was a young guy, I used to, as I said, the Yoga Bonito adverts. The famously the Nike adverts. I remember when he was taking the free kick and he'd shoot it and he followed his journey of him coming. I thought, wow, this is crazy. Recent Nike adverts, recent Adidas adverts. I think they're really inspiring. And to a degree, I thought, wow, imagine being part of that. Imagine being, okay, at the end of the day, you're selling a product, but if you're selling a good product and you're selling an image and you're selling this, this determination of which is something that I felt and I love. So I thought, that is, if I could construct ideas like that, I've been the audience, I am the audience, I think that'd be great. So that's what I was looking at.
You've kind of been on the other side as well, where you're part of these campaigns as well, right?
So I've seen how, exactly, and right now what I'm doing with Adidas, I've really close affinity with them, we're creating some really cool stuff. And with other brands, so I'm learning it and I'm enjoying it, and I'd like to go into that further. So it's a mix of both worlds, I can be playing my football, and advertising myself. I can create my own adverts in the sense, and I can be learning from the best at Adidas or New Balance or wherever it may be. So I'm aiming high in that.
And any other brands or organisations that you've worked with over the last couple of years?
I've worked with some random ones like Hisense, technology advert. I've worked. Okay,
really random.
Yeah, that is really random. That was for the Euro finals advert.
Yeah.
I've worked with. My memory is shocked. I've done music videos. Rudy and Dan, that was funny.
Okay.
That was one of the first ones. Pepsi. That was cool. It was when they just released the 360 Facebook videos,
Yeah.
which came and went. But yeah, so we did that. You're following a trick shot. That was cool.
And this has allowed you to kind of travel around a little bit more.
Yeah. So most of these shoots, I mean, I did an Adidas global one in Madrid. That was sick. But now with Adidas, I'm on Tango Squad FC, which is a YouTube series, which is pretty big. Check it out. But so last season we travelled from. I had the opportunity. Really fortunate. I had to do some trials and from this, but it was hard work to get into, but you know it was good. We got into managed by Xabi Alonso, who for me
not bad, is it?
has been. He was so I scored Liverpool, right? No one at me. I'm sorry, but we actually
naturally from
we're winning that
Kent, right? Kent to
my dad's
Kent to Liverpool. Makes sense, guys, right?
My dad lived in Liverpool. Okay, so don't kill me. But you can't even say I was a glory hunter. Come on, like we haven't won anything for ages. But so sport Liverpool and Xabi Alonso, you know, he killed it when we were actually playing well when he was there. And I used to collect autographs. He was the first one I got. It's been at my mum's. His autograph is in my room since I was like 11. So for him to be my manager, that was crazy. And we filmed in first up in Liverpool actually. Then in Madrid, then we went into Paris, Munich, trained with all the clubs, pros, to Manchester. So for example with James Rodriguez, Pogba, to name a few. And then, where else we been? So obviously it sent me to Copenhagen. So that was mainly Turin as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty
Where would you say is the best place you've been so far?
So far, I mean, I was in Vienna recently. I thought Vienna was really nice. But I just love Copenhagen.
Yeah.
I mean, for the street scene is amazing there. That is where it's thriving. The level is unreal. The youth players are out of this world. Everyone's out of this world. The vibes, the energy, and Copenhagen is a place. It's modern, but it's relaxed.
Just like a balance of everything.
Yeah, I like it. But where I want to go,
that's
Japan, Tokyo.
Okay.
That one day when I
Do you
get
think
there.
that this is the thing is when I see niche things like Panna, for example.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm thinking there's going to be pockets across the world where there's some amazing talent
this is true.
that's just not been explored at all.
Yeah, I agree as well. Japan has a huge scene actually, but it's never really connected with the main scenes in Europe, you know.
Yeah.
So it connected recently at a big tournament called Invitationals by Panna House in Copenhagen, and yeah, they did sick. So I think out there will be unreal because they have. Maybe they have, I don't know, 30 athletes. Like really good level though.
Yeah.
Like they have loads who have been taught and learned, but 30 established. So that's quite big. I mean, like think of Man U. How many athletes you say they have 30? Maybe. Then you have the youth.
Yeah.
Cool, but then you know.
Yeah.
And then they're spreading. The youth are teaching. They're teaching the youth, and the scene will be quite big. I don't know. I have a lot of messages from people out there. You know.
All right. So given that you're traveling around so much, how do you deal with just being away from family and home life, just the food, all of that stuff, man?
Man, I miss my mum's cooking. Yo, you know, when I went to uni and I was doing this, so I've always actually been pretty independent. So my mum and dad live at different houses, so I was always organising travelling between. My mum would do night shifts, evening shifts, so I'd do dinner or whatever. So I was used to it. I was fine with this. So for me going to uni was easy. It was fine. I was fine. I was adapted. And I've enjoyed it. I thrived in it. Really, if I'm honest. But man, I miss my mum's food. I realised the weirdest thing that I miss was she just does this basic tomato sauce. Well, for my mum, it's basic. She's an amazing chef. She does this basic tomato sauce just on like spaghetti. Oh my god! I said to my mum, "Just what do you want for your birthday? I'm coming up." I said, "Mum, just bring yourself and bring that tomato sauce." Could you not? She came up. Yeah, the bag was like this, filled with like cartons and cartons. Bless.
That's the beauty.
That's what I miss.
Get,
but I don't miss. You know what? Like I don't miss that too much because what would I be doing if I was with them? You know, yeah, okay, spending great time with them for sure. But what I prefer is going. Look, Mum, I've done this. Okay, so I had a great day today. Actually, I trained with some awesome people. You know, interview. It's really exciting. I called my dad on the way to this after the train. So I said, hey, look, it was sick. And I could hear my dad's voice, you know.
Yeah,
he was happy with that. He said, yeah, great. He said, first day back in London, it's like this, I'm excited for you, let's do some crazy things this year, you know. They don't want me there. I don't want to be there next to them. You know, okay, yes, we share great times, but it's better when I come back to look, I've done this, and Dad goes, I've done this, one goes, yeah, I've done this, whoa. My sisters who are doing this. And this is the environment that I came from, and that is why, that's I never say that I'm lucky to get in these shoots. Maybe sometimes it's like, you get spotted or this or this. But I never say I'm lucky because I've got something to offer. But I am always lucky for the backing I've had, for the education I've had, and the place I've been. It's never been about, it's not like we never had money, and I feel that's a great thing. I've learned about, the value is not to just go for money, not to go this. It's all about family, learning. For me, I'm blessed with that.
I think a massive key aspect that I've learned myself as well, and probably something you probably agree with based on what you just said, the importance of having the right people around you for your growth. Because there are times, naturally, when you're doing what you're doing, it can get tough. You can get demoralised, especially times like your injury. It's hard, like you're stuck in a dark place, and it's only those people.
Everyone thinks, you're doing really well. Like, it's also, I think everyone, for me, what I realise is I'm very strict on myself, right? Sometimes, like, I beat myself up, and I know that you need to be mentally strong or driven for certain things, right? For what I want to do, this is how I feel. One of my best approaches is to be strong about this, driven, work hard, get up early, do this, whatever. And sometimes I just can't keep up with that, And everyone around you with social media and images, it's quite hard to, who do you let your side down? Who do you, maybe I beat myself up more about that, say, look, I can't be like this, I have to be working out. I feel a lot of other people think like this, maybe they have a great week, great 2 weeks, great month, great year, then they have a couple of days and it really hits them and they think, whoa, like, or they do something wrong, right? Or they mess up and they're like, oh, I've ruined it, or, you get like this. But it's actually in those times where the people around you will really help, but actually you also learn that, for what I've learned about the people around me is that, everyone's human. It's not, if I'm looking only at people online, all I'm seeing is the flawlessness, they never have these moments, surely, they've made it, why would they have these moments? Actually, they don't, everyone's human, everyone will have these moments, you just go through it, it's fine. Like, I think it's something that isn't spoken about too much, but, the right people online are still speaking about it. For example, Billy Wingrove from the F2 was speaking about it on one of his recent posts, and I thought, that's right.
I think that's what we need more of as well, so that's like a main part of what we're trying to capture is the realness of the story. So like stuff that you're actually going through, people might just see the glamorous stuff of you travelling around, and there's that 20 minutes a day that they don't see from way back when you were a lot younger, when you could have just been wasting that time doing anything. So,
or like, every decision where you decide to, you look at a supermodel now, right, or something like this, for example. It's those days where they just like, nah, I'm not going to have a Coke, I'll just have a water. And their skin got better. Things like this, like, we would think that's a mad thing, but that made it. Maybe then they got picked up because they had really nice skin. It's little things, you just start changing the little things and it makes a big step, because at the end of the day, I know, how old are you on your start your journey? You might be 15, you might be 35, you might be 60. Even if you're 60, I've seen 8-year-olds doing business, you still got 20 years. Do you know what I mean?
There's the stories of how
KFC
started with, it was 65.
So you always have time, never limit it. I think, just be prepared, just accept that it won't happen overnight. I remember, look, I have times where I'm like, look, I'll just go to the gym, I'll do this, I'll be really strict on everything I eat. A week later, I'm like, what the hell, nothing's happened. Really, and I'm not saying I stopped, but what I'm saying is, I just want it now, everyone wants it now, I think it's very easy to get things now. We have drive-thrus, we have Amazon Prime. If I want something tomorrow, do you know what I mean? Or whatever, I'm not saying that, but if you have the opportunity to get something very quickly nowadays.
It's the mindset, isn't it? Like, there's a whole instant
back in the day, so back in the day, you'd have to send a postcard, you'd have to send a letter, you have to wait for weeks. Now, okay, like, yo, how you doing? Yeah, good. You got that. I post it, I get some likes, man, I feel good about that, share it. You got to be careful with that, you got to realise that it kind of seems to undermine the small steps. What stories go viral most of the time? People that have made overnight. Hey, look, yesterday I was doing this, now I'm doing this. Wow, that seems crazy. Maybe I should do that. Don't worry about that. Do your thing.
You'll
get it. Because there's
so many nuggets here, guys. I hope you're listening. There's so many nuggets.
For me, just so it takes the pressure off. I don't want to be doing Panna as a job, and I have to do this. I have to earn money this week or something. I want it to be relaxed. So I think it's not about. You have to look at people. Some people start. Say here's like being rich or whatever your aim is. Some people start really close to that. Like some people they'll start all the way down here. Everyone has enough time to get there.
Exactly.
No matter where you are. Like my dentist, I can't remember exactly where he's from, and I don't want to like presume the wrong place, but he was from far away, and he was telling me like where he was. There wasn't even a dentistry place. All he was one of his teachers was interested in it and showed him this course, an online course. Then he did this, and he got qualified. Wow. Then he took this English, and he learned English. And he's now, maybe he's like 50, and he's here, and he's loving it. and he's doing well. He's dentist.
Yeah.
What position to be in? But and he did that. Maybe some people, they go straight to uni. Their dad's a dentist. They go straight working for their dad or mum or whoever. Dentists, they straight working that. Their dentists are 24. But no one's better.
Yeah,
you know? And
that's the thing.
so you don't need a rush. That's the point. Like, just spend your time on it. It will come.
And I think what's interesting that you said there is that we are all from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
We all have our own growth stories, but there's nothing that stops anyone getting to that end point.
Yeah,
it's just about your mindset.
Just keep going. And
okay, so like you're 20, you're clearly a very inspiring character. You've got a big following on Instagram. What is something that you want to tell all the young people, or even just not even the young people, everyone that is on their journey? What is your bit of advice for anyone early on in their careers or just wanting to grow through their career?
Yeah, no, for sure. Believe in the fact that if you take these small steps every day, one day you'll be able to do that because someone else has done that from the same amount of work. And maybe the journey will change and you won't go towards the number one, you'll go towards, wow, actually I was doing music and I got really interested in music videos and I became a videographer or whatever, right? You don't have to set it, but what you have to do is really allow yourself to go on this journey in a progressive manner, in a way which every day you value. We have a certain amount of time. You don't have enough time to master everything, but you can get really good at loads of different things, or you can stick to one thing and then branch off. But it's really use your time wisely, appreciate it. I think having little plans. I'd say like plan things. Plan your next week, plan your next day. Don't be too rigorous with it. Don't restrict yourself. Just
give yourself a bit of a
if I have a bit here, things you want to work on. So I always have things I want to work on. At the moment, it's probably like I want to work on my left foot in Panna, I want to work on scoring goals. I have a couple of people I really want to reach out to. I have people I want to collab to. I want to spend time, doing things like this, like reaching out, looking at women with cool brands, learning about what everyone else is thinking in the scene. I want to get onto clothing, things like this, right? So, but if I wasn't aware of one of these things, with these goals, maybe an opportunity would come and I wouldn't invite an opportunity,
Yeah.
So it's just about doing these things, and I think it's really about allowing yourself. Don't close the doors of opportunity on yourself, like just keep them all open. Like, so I mentioned this to you before, but for everyone else, like I read, Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Everyone surely know Arnold Schwarzenegger. What's he done? Everyone, you probably know this like famous actor, right? Terminator, I'll be back. Yeah, that's Arnold Schwarzenegger. I find him one of the most inspiring people. Why? Because what did he do? He learned how to train, right? He learned how to train. He learned how to work hard, get self-improvement. How? Well, he said, I want to be the world's strongest man. What a claim! And he trained every day. And what did he learn through this? He learned this way, how to deal with certain pressures, how to mental, physical strength. He didn't limit himself, and he kept his doors open. He said he did this, trained hard, and he actually did it. Then what did he do? He said, well, that's, he wanted to go to something else. He didn't, why would Arnold Schwarzenegger, this guy from Austria, who's now the world's strongest man, what's he going to do next? He's done. No, he went into acting. He said, I want to be a really good actor, or a world-class actor. He went to Hollywood, pretty established, I'd say. Not only, and then, wasn't happy with that. I want to be the best actor. How do you verify this? Became the highest. I wouldn't say he's the best actor, but he did become the highest paid actor in Hollywood. Crazy. So the world's strongest man, highest paid actor in Hollywood. Wait, I'm saying he had an amazing education. I'm saying he had a really wide array of opportunities or facilities which allow him to become world's strongest man and an actor. And then what did he do? He stopped. Nah, he thought, I'm going to retail. You can see how that retail works. What a great way to go into if you want for a good business. And obviously Arnold Schwarzenegger, you think loads of money, you can go to retail, it'll be dead easy, whatever. Not really. He didn't just hire someone to be the face of a company. He tried it. He actually did pretty bad at it to start with. But then eventually, as he would, with the backing and the hard work that he's learned, had a company which at the time I believe was the highest grossing retail estate company in the world. I don't know what it's doing now, but that's pretty mad. So okay, you're done. You've made your money. You've done a passion in acting, and you've become more strongest man. Nope. You decide now what I want to do. I want to make a difference. I really want to help certain things, and obviously establish certain views in society. And he's from Austria. He can't go to prison. What did he do? He aimed for the biggest state. Became governor of California. Crazy. Did that. I don't know how long he did it for, but did that. And then I'm pretty sure, I don't know if he still is, but recently he was governor of his home country, Austria. So what it shows is, don't limit yourself. This fact that, someone else might have this, or you seem suited to be in science, all I did was science. That's what I loved. Now I'm doing philosophy.
Yeah.
That's different for me. But then I'm also doing football. That's different from that. Like for me, it's all about, you know, we live our life and reflect on it through language. When you're old, what are you doing? You're telling your little grandkid or whatever, oh yeah, back in my day I did this, through language. You're sharing good moments through language. You remember things in your head through language. It's all about having good stories to tell, good conversations, and converse with as many people as possible. So, multifaceted.
That's one of the lessons I try and tell people these days. Is like, my motto now is live the story you want to tell in 50 years' time.
Yeah, for real, I like that. No, it's deep, and you want to live it and share it with everyone. And as you're doing it, you know, in that 50 years, you want to have as many cool people bounce off each other. And yeah, I agree. Tell people about it.
I think what's interesting is that you can always pivot your career or what you're doing to do something else, because if you're not happy or you just want to test yourself in a different way, there's no limits to that. And it's just whatever's in your mind, the barriers.
The only limit is, the only limit is, as I say, is you, you know. It's like, I mean, that's what it was like for me. My mum walked me to the coaching place, you know.
It's mad when you think back that such a small event that you wouldn't have actually thought anything at the time,
you know,
changed the whole thing.
You know, when you're coming into a new job or a new arena, you have to learn from people around you.
Yeah, 100%.
So they can take that for granted. When they're giving you something, so you have to give something back. You have to give back like enthusiasm, a willingness to learn, ideas, you know, whatever skills you've got. So I think it's in that approach. I looked at that and I was like, okay, every message I've sent, I've been trying to make sure that not only am I saying like, okay, yeah, cool, thanks for that. It's like, okay, I can give something, or you can leave them with an idea to think about, so then next time you have a good discussion or whatever. Yeah. So I think it's like little things can really change it, so you never know exactly where you're going.
Yeah. I think that as well, that takes me back to like my time in the corporate world is you're always, I guess, especially early in your career, you're going to be sitting across the table from people who are a lot more experienced.
Yeah. And
chances are you've got these ideas that you just have to voice, but they might not necessarily be taken forward.
Yeah.
But you have to just get used to just voicing those in the right way.
Yeah.
And it will come to a point when they actually start to recognise that you're coming with the value.
Yeah, I think.
But you have to be patient until that time comes.
I mean, I haven't experienced it too much. I want to say thankfully, but it's like all these times where it's like this turmoil, there's kind of difficulty. It's also when you really establish your ideas. I mean, like, I think there's like a notion that when you're young, you know, you really come out with these big creative ideas and you really force them on people because you're really passionate about it. And I mean, that's how I am. That's how I was in this instance. I really said, yeah, let's just do this. He says no. I said, what? That was a good idea.
Kind of drops you down.
And it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And if I was to discuss it with it, I'm pretty sure we would have done it like that. It was the way I came about it. And you gotta play the system in the sense that, you know, there's a lot of formalities that you learn from being in this, and you have to abide by them because there's a lot of other things at stake. Like hierarchy is important.
Yeah.
Like you are there to learn from them to a degree, or work with them and pick up something. So I think you have to take those, you know, because it is weird when that happens. Like,
it's a two-way thing though as well. You have to be confident enough to keep voicing them, because you don't want it to hit you to a point where you're not saying anything.
Yeah, it's true. You have to.
But it's about developing the way you state your.
Yeah, and when you get both, what you do there is all you're doing is learning, right? It's not happening once. It's not efficient the way you're voicing it. When you have an efficient voicing, that's even better. When you can vote like your new creative ideas in a clear manner, that's what you want. So
that's it.
It's all good.
You've got to a big level on a number of different platforms. What has been your funniest moment with the fans?
My favourite one at the moment is I actually have this older lady, she's like older than me, from Japan. Her name's Kyoko, shout out Kyoko. And she's messaging me and she's really enthusiastic. She's saying like, your video made my day. I said, whoa, like, I understand like people in the football scene. So this is crazy, all the way from Japan? And then she's gone out, she's bought football, like the same football as me, the exact same. And she says to me after I posted a tutorial, and she says, oh, you think so? That's the exact skill I wanted to learn. I was like, what?
Wow.
I said, Kyoko, like,
but that's when you realise.
I said, you're training. She was training all these skills. I said, oh, she says, yeah. If you ever come to Japan, like, or if I come to London, like, I want us to play a match. I said, whoa, like, that's crazy. Like, this random lady from Japan is now training.
And that's when you realise, I guess, the reach.
That
what you've hit right
so
now.
I thought that was funny, and it was pretty crazy. So I like that one at the moment. She's cool.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So fans going global from various ages.
Yeah, that was the mad thing. It's not, you know, Panna's not just for, you know, young guys. Anyone can have it. Kyoko from Japan.
That's it. So you're influencing people that you would not even have expected.
This was funny. This is not. I mean, my biggest fan. This is my nan. Yeah, we're sitting there watching the England game, World Cup, and she goes, She goes, Trippier just got a panna. He just got panned. She said, England lose, instant knockout. I said, no, not in this. She said, I thought, whoa, no, that's
hilarious.
Sick. I said, I love that. I don't even talk to her too much about it, you know. Like, as I do it, she was asked, but I was like, whoa, well played. I like that.
What is next for the Jack Downer story? What's the timeline?
There's a lot. There's going to be a lot more, hopefully. I think immediate future, doing a lot of Adidas. Tango Squad FC this season is season 2. It's literally going to be bigger, better than ever. Last year we travelled Europe, playing the best clubs and players Adidas has to offer and crazy experiences. This year is going global, not just Europe. So keep up for that. Not much I can say. I'm training hard. Next year I will be at the Panama Champs, and you know I'm going for it. So let's see what happens there. Other than that, I just want to grow the sport. I have certain ideas for YouTube, certain big ideas for clothing. I don't want to do it too commercially. I will distribute them, but you know, I'm just there to. I'm really into street fashion. I want street fashion where I want, you know, give some of that. See, you know, show what I like. See if anyone else likes it.
Just show your flavours across.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, like I think it'd be sick. You know, some kids I know would want a street panna t-shirt. Not a street. No, I don't want it to be necessarily street panna. I want it to be, you know, something a bit cool.
Yeah.
If that's your taste, then rep it. Like I think that'd be cool. And just because I've got a bit of time now to do that, and yeah, just keep meeting cool people and collaborating. That's it. Learning from them. So yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
We'll get it.
All right. This is the last bit.
Mhm.
This is a quick fire round. Let's see what you got.
Yeah.
So the first thing that comes into your head, you just gotta go for it, yeah?
Oh god.
Alright, so if you could have lunch with anyone in the world, who would it be?
Lunch, Kanye West.
Kanye West, let's
Yeah.
get why is that? Kanye West of all people.
Real bro.
I thought you were gonna be black.
Nah,
A football player.
Nah. Kanye West, he has something to say. He has something to say about everything. Like, I never quite understand him, or his tweets, or his this, or his that. I didn't understand Yeezy to start with, and now I kinda like that. Not all of his Yeezy stuff, but some of it I think, oh, actually, that's mad. His music I've always respected. He's always mixed it up. You know he does. Man, I think he's hilarious.
What would the conversation even start with?
The point is I have no idea, and that's why I want it. Second to him, Obama.
Okay.
Obama, man. Ever since, I mean, I'm not even about his politics, I actually was a cool guy. You see that picture when he was laughing at the baby dressed as a Pope? That's my favourite. Check it. It was my favourite picture on the internet.
So basically, Barack, Kanye, if you're watching.
Yeah, hit me up.
Hit him up.
Yeah.
Hit him up.
Well, actually, don't do it in the DMs, I get to
Alright,
so back, please.
So my next one was going to be favourite music artist, but is that Kanye West then?
Yeah, I'll go with Kanye. I think, yeah, stuff. He's nuts, you know.
Yeah.
I think I just want to watch The Throne 2 with Jay-Z, but so we don't have too much beef. Those two together.
Okay. And your theme song? What's your theme song?
Theme song. Let's go with one I'm liking at the moment. Donnie, you're right. Yeah. Just pure energy, hype, fun. You know. Yeah, I like that. You know.
Just energy to get you going.
Play that at my funeral. That's sick. Don't be sad. Be happy. You know. Let's get it.
Your superpower. What would you have?
Invisibility without being a creep. You know, like everyone says invisibility, but they're like, oh, why is that? You know, it's just a rob Banks.
Where are you lurking?
In Banks. The gold. What's that gold flowing out the I take it. And no one can know it's me. And he fingerprints now, they're not invisible. Like, that's it. Or hack stuff. That's the new way. Technology, hack the virtual bank. Bitcoin is mine now.
So that's like invisible online.
Call me super big. I'm Bitcoin man. That's it. Take it all. It's mine now.
That's it.
There you go.
AKA Bitcoin man.
Bitman.
Bitman, yeah? Alright, cool. Desert Island, 3 things that you want to take with you.
Whoa, football obviously. I need a good speaker with music. Actually, no, stuff that I'm thinking Donnie, he can perform that. I'll take my football.
It's very restrictive though, no?
It's pretty creative. He'll create some new songs whilst he's there. He's got time, he's on an island. Donnie, football, and I need a chef. I can't cook. I need a chef, please.
Give me a chef. Island.
Man,
he's gonna be making some meals.
He's gonna be making, I don't know what. Get some nice food. He can maybe always. What's on the desert island? What can you cook with? Fish. A fish chef. If you're out there, come with me to the island, please. And Donnie.
Okay, so where's the next one? If you could be any type of animal, what would it be?
The orangutan. Yeah.
Orangutan.
Man, like, I've never seen anything mess with an orangutan, and all they do is sit there all day. They sit there, they chill, they're looking like happy. That's my orangutan impression. They're happy. This is it. This is an orangutan. That's it. Like they're happy,
just chilling.
they're clever as well. I bet they're bare wise, just sitting there thinking to myself, eating some bananas. And no one misses food. I'll be orangutan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they live in warm places.
I've never heard of them.
What would you be?
I wasn't expecting a flip
how about
on
this?
this.
You flipped it. Woo! You're gonna have to.
I'm gonna have to go with like a tiger or something.
Yeah, what do you think's better? Yeah, tiger, which is running around scared, looking for food all the time. Yeah, everyone thinking tiger's the thing, but tigers, man, they get in fights, whatever. Orangutan.
I'm not here having jokes all the time, man. I'm here to be going out. And
He's not. That's not a nice lifestyle. He's living in a war. I'm living in a tree.
All right.
With my orangutan, with my lady orangutans, and my bananas, and everyone's like, yeah, he's the guy. Orangutan.
That's it. You be hanging
Real
on top,
king of the jungle.
running the land.
Yeah, I mean, easy. You run around, get tired. I'll sit there and laugh.
All right, guys. There's a poll here. You tell me what you want.
Orangutan, please. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Here's the last one.
Yeah, let's get it.
You're an orangutan. You want to chill out. Clearly.
Yeah.
But how do you chill out?
I'd watch music, good music. I mean, change the music, less hype, more. You know, get some vibes. And then, yeah, I think you just chill with friends, eat a lot of food. I realise that when I'm not training, I'm pretty much just eating, and I like that.
What's your favourite cuisine then?
Japanese food really pops me at the moment. And then, you know, I love Italian because, you know, you get really rich flavours, just off something basic. You know, like my mum, I mentioned my mum's tomato sauce, like, boy. That's it.
I have to come and get some
but
sauce.
then I get you ain't getting none of it. So I don't share that stuff. It's like gold.
I'll be wearing my invisibility cloak, just
Oh,
taking some sauce.
That's another one for you. But
That's it.
and Nando's.
Okay.
Shout out.
Can't
Nando's.
leave out the Nando's.
Literally, I got addicted to that last year.
Can't leave out the
Seriously.
Nando's.
But Nando's.
Okay. So, alright. So we know more about you now.
Yeah.
How can people follow the rest of your?
So obviously Instagram, Street Panna. I don't know if you hit there. And that's mainly where I post. Like, keep up to date there. Every other thing will be about. But also check out Adidas football, YouTube, Tango Squad FC journey. Obviously I'll post that on my Instagram. But that's it. If you're interested, go on that and you'll find enough. So pleasure.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
But
I think it's time for him to show us a little bit. What
the orangutan, man.
Let's go.
We're rolling.
Yeah, go, rolling.
Okay. Ready?
Ready, rolling.
Bear in mind, I don't play football, guys.
I think that makes it harder.
I'm getting knackered just trying to follow the ball. It's genuinely
was tired. It's all good.
That's it, man.
Hey, cameraman, you're next. Okay, we're good.
You're embarrassed me now,
How you feeling, man?
Alright. That was the first go.
That's the first go. Come on,
Yeah.
You gotta let her.
Okay. What would you say? Best out of 5, yeah?
What's that?
Boys,
Oh.
it's learned.
I don't know why I'm chasing the ball like that.
This is the deal with it.
Like a natural to do anything with it. Yeah.
And that's how you do it.
I'm the cameraman.
Like, comment, subscribe.